introduction about this course. Actually, we started this course since the 2005. So, sorry, a bit late. Yeah, the Mac always has a little bit problem. Okay, so this course is called the International Long Distance Learning Course between the NTU and Kyoto University. And actually, so this type of course initiated since 2005. So the 2005 fourth semester, we have the first course we call the molecular and cell biology. It's kind of the introductory course to fit all the level of the college students. Sorry, 没关系，我 Okay, so and later on, since the course have been run after very successful, and then we have another course called the cellular network of the biological molecules. It's offered in the spring semester. So this is the fourth semester. So we have the first course called the molecular cell biology, and actually it's covered introductory course, so it's fit any level of the college student, even the graduate student. So a little bit simple for the graduate students, but it is still okay because since the course running between the Japan and Taiwan side, so all the course will be taught by English. So and also you can learn another different style of the teaching and learning process from the Japan side, because Kyoto University is a very renowned university in the world, not only in Japan but also in the world. It's ranking probably top 30 in the world, so it's still ahead of NTU. So you can learn a lot of the new idea or the style, how to think about science or research during the lectures from Japan side. But also, I guess we have more faculties in NTU, and then can bring a lot of the new idea or new concept to everyone. Okay, so since 2005, so until now, it's more than 13 years. Okay, so we offer this kind of the international long distance learning course for for a long time. Okay, so the course, as I mentioned, is fit all of the different level of college students and also graduate students. So we're more focused on the biology. So, but we will try to bring the phenotype. So some animal behavior, even the plant growth, or even some micro response to the environment. So we bring all of the phenomena or the phenotype and into the molecular level. So try to give the insight of the idea how the biological molecule work together and to give this type or different type of the behavior in the animal, plants, and even the microbes. Okay, so this concept, I will try to just bring some very common thing, but from the very the observation into the molecular level. But and also the course will offer or run through a very special type of the teaching. So we are not only give a lecture by the instructors. So we have many instructors. So they will bring up their using their expertise to bring up the concept, a very simple concept, how to ask the question, and also how then think about this question and how to solve the question. But also we try to have the students to have more interactive way to learn in this course, this type of question. So we will have the discussion. So the so this lecture actually, this course actually, we every time we have 2 hours. So the first hour, the instructor will give the lecture. So very simple and kind of conceptual idea how, as I mentioned, how to observe and how to ask the question. So this is the big issue, and you should learn. So it's just not okay, give the answer to during the exam, but also how to ask question from all of your living experience. And but also so the student will be divided to the different groups. And so each group then will responsible for or associate with one topic, and then to pick up one pretty typical or important papers and give the presentation. So the presentation will run another hours. So the first hours, the lecture, and the second hour, we have the paper discussion and will be led by all students. Okay, we will divide to the different groups, and each group pick up one topic and then do the paper discussion and interact with each other between the Taiwan side and Japan side and faculty and also students. All right, so this is the format how the course run. Okay, so since I said we will invite many different faculty from both sides and to deliver the lecture or involve the discussion. Okay, so here's the NTU side. There's many faculty, but now we have to update because this semester and Dr. Chen and he reorganized the lecture. So we have new faculty, the kind of new blood involved in this course from the medical school and but also from the life science. But we do have a faculty previous already involved in this course, and particularly Dr. Xie, Xie Fengzhou, Professor Xie Fengzhou 教授. He is the medical doctor and also professor in the medical school and also hospital, NTU hospital. And actually, this course, this kind of connection between Taiwan and Kyoto. Okay, so he is one key person to initiate this connection between NTU and Kyoto University. Also, the Professor Xin Yili, also from he from the life science. And at that time, 2005, both all the with three of us actually try to start the lecture, the course with the Kyoto side. And later on, we invited Professor Cai Kunli from the medical school, and he's in the Institute of the Microbiology, also join us, and also the Professor Naijin Lin and also Meng Jizhang from the culture, bioresource and agriculture, from the agricultural chemistry and also the agronomy, and also the Professor Wen Song Lai from the Department of Psychology. He also contributed to the lecture about more physiological psychology. So do a lot of the behavior or the psychology test, and so bring the new lecture into this course. And Dr. Shi Jieli from life science, and also he's expert on the developmental biology, and also the Professor Xu Guochen also join us in this few years. And so now the Professor Xu Guochen will more coordinate this course and also deliver some lecture about the circadian, the clock biology. All right. So this is the NTU side, but we do have the new faculty join this course, and you will meet with them later of this course. And the Japan side, the Kyoto side, initially actually we start with the Professor Kinio Takayasu. He is in the Kyoto University in the College of Biostudy, and also his associate professor Yoshimura, Dr. Yoshimura. So they are very expert on the biophysics. So they are doing a lot of the study using the atomic force microscopy approach and to look at all the biological molecules. And since a few years ago, Professor Takayasu retired from the Kyoto University, although now he also again to join the Kyoto University as a postdoc. He's the quite kind of a crazy guy on the research and science. And so the Dr. Chisaka, he take over this he takes over these courses in Kyoto side, but he also invite many other faculty in Kyoto University to join this course. So you will learn a lot. You will meet many and also learn a lot from the uh, faculties in the Kyoto University. So they are very good on their field. Yeah, like in the cancer biology, but some are in the plant, like photosynthesis, even the flowering, and some are very good at the virology. So they are very good scientists. So you will learn and meet with them. All right, so this is a little bit a brief history of this course. And this course, we do have the website, the course website. So now we use the SIBA. So I guess most of you know SIBA have a lot of the course information. So we will try to, since this course running through the internet, so you will see and discuss whether in time, in real time. So you can see we have to run this course in this room because this room is equipped with many camera and many high tech, right? So you can see many camera in this room. So we also do the recording of the lecture. So we was next time we will give you the authorization form to sign. Okay, since you have been recorded, so this all the video tab will on our website as well, so you can review it if you miss the course or you want to do some reviewing, and you can open the video tab after courses. Okay, so we want you to sign the authorization form and to allow us to do this. Okay, since you probably can be recorded on the video tab, but it's good for later reviewing or for some other study if need to run to use this international learning course. Okay, so this and you can see we have some TA from Japan side, also from NTU side. So some of the TA from the Kyoto side already become faculty. All right. So this course actually have a lot of the very talented students join, and later on then become very good scientists as well, since they have the very uh, good international connection stuff on this course. Okay, so this authorization form we will send to you next time, and then have your signature, and then we'll, to allow us to do the recording. Okay, so this is the previous lecture situation. So sometimes the faculty, so this is the Takeyasu sensei. Okay, he sometimes then will come to and then came to NTU and we have lecture together. And sometimes so this is the Kyoto side. So they also have the similar long distance course run. So this year will be in Taiwan. Okay, so actually we are not only running the lecture and paper discussion. We will have the uh, symposium. So we will meet each other. So each year we will meet each other. So last year or last semester, actually we went to the Kyoto side. We held a mini symposium between the NTU Kyoto University. But since this course later on, the University Tsukuba also joined from the Tsukuba University, right, in close to the Tokyo. Okay, so three universities will join together, have a mini symposium each year at least one time. Okay, so uh, probably we haven't really decided the date yet, right? So probably early next year. Okay, early next year we will have the mini symposium between the Japan and NTU. So then we'll come to NTU, and then we will hold a mini symposium all together, and so the student and faculty can meet each other and can discuss some science and also others, and make more deep relationship. Okay, so this is the lecture, the class, and so this room. This student, so this 10 years ago, probably 10 years ago, this student looks like this. So now it's a remodel. Okay. So before we only have the chair, and then so the Mac have to pass around. But now you have the Mac in front of you. So you can ask questions more frequent. Okay. So you can see the student here. Okay. So they ask questions. So we try to do more interactive way to have a lecture. And this is the Kyoto University. So their lecture room is like this. All right. So the student do the presentation or ask the question. Okay. And so once they come or we go, so sometimes not only the science, but also the cultural experience. So we bring them to some other place like a night market or the Taipei 101. And if we go to the, sorry, so this is the Kyoto side, right? Yeah, this is the Kyoto side lecture room. And we sometimes go there. So those are our students and visit to the Kyoto University. So hopefully, I don't know, next time after next year, so we will go to the Tsukuba University and then go to the Kyoto University. So we make a turn. Okay. Okay, so you can see the Dr. Shinidi have lecture in NTU side and then can see in the Kyoto side. All right. So this is the mini symposium. Okay, so mini symposium. So our faculty is Dr. Zhang, Mengji Zhang, this is Dr. Naijun Lin, and so this is the Kumeta, and then give a lecture and a mini symposium in Kyoto side. Okay, and this is the Yoshimura, Dr. Yoshimura. And this is the mini symposium in NTU side. So you can see many students from both universities. And then at that time, this is the dean of the Luo Zhufang. Okay, now she's in Cheng Kung University, National Cheng Kung University. So she joined our mini symposium. At that time, is the Chen Baoji Chen. He was the dean of the livestock agriculture, and later he was the 农委会主委, right? And he also joined us for the mini symposium. All right, so we always run through these kind of activities, not in addition to the lecture in the classroom. All right, so when they came, and then also we'll bring them to other places like Arishan, okay, or Tea Place, okay. Okay, so join course. So then came with us and then all together. So that we already run many times here. All right, so this is a little bit introduction about, oops, about our long distance course. And so this semester, we are going to have a lecture shown on this syllabus. I guess you guys already have this syllabus on the website. Okay, so we don't do the paper print to you, but you can just look at on the website. Okay, so we have the 12 lecture in this semester, although until then the school asks 18 weeks for one semester, but since the schedule different between the NTU and the Kyoto University, because their semester will start from the early April. So at now, then still, oh no, September, sorry. So August, from the August. So their fourth semester they start from the August. So they're still on the summer holidays, summer vacation. All right. So we'll start from the first lecture. We'll start from the October 5th. So we'll deliver by the Professor Yawen Liu from the NTU side medical school, the Institute of Molecular Medicine. All right. And later on will be delivered by the Dr. Professor Cai Kun Li from the also medical school and Institute of Microbiology, talking about the DNA damage. That's important for developing some disease, particular cancers. All right. And then we'll be have another lecture talking about photosynthesis, okay, by the Kyoto side, the Dr. Fukuzawa. And then also Kyoto side will deliver the lecture about the cell cycle, the cell division, the chromosome, how to be segregated. And the Dr. Kusakabe will deliver the lecture about cell signaling, also from the Kyoto University. And then Professor Xu Guochen will talk about the circadian rhythm. Okay, so you remember the Nobel Prize just granted to those three very excellent scientists working on the clock biology. So it's very related. And then Kyoto side will deliver the innate immunity, particular virology part using the virus. Okay, so the Fujita, the Professor Fujita is very, very nice and a very talented scientist in virology field, and then published many papers in science. Okay, and then we have the uh, class break in the November 23rd because there's a festival or holiday in the Kyoto side. And then the Dr. Jiang Hausen from the life science and will give us about the information, the immunology, and about information, particularly in the intestine homeostasis. And then the Kyoto side will give the lecture about also the plant part, the photosynthesis. And then Dr. Mengji Zhang from the Department of Agronomy, he's going to deliver the plant hormone signaling. Then the Zhou Mingyi from Life Science is going to talk about the osmosis. Then the Chisaga Sensei, another coordinator in Kyoto side, he's delivered a lecture about the cell adhesion. Okay, and then we'll finish all the lecture, and then we do not have the final exam. So, and then the semester will finish, but how we grade everyone. So the attendance. So you have to come to at least the later 12 lectures. So if you really have something you cannot come, so you have to write the email to the TA in advance. Okay. So otherwise, if you including three, so more than three, including three times you didn't show up, and probably you will get failed in this course. And so this the one thing we want everyone to come, and but you will not just come to sit in the classroom, but you have to interact with the faculty or the student presentation. So the TA will count how many times you raise question. Okay, so you have Mac in front of you. So just try to ask question, even something you don't really get it, or you miss some point you can ask. Okay, just ask, just raise your hand, and then you have Mac in front of you. Just ask. Okay, so both sides can hear what you are asking. All right, so just try to do that. And since there's a paper discussion, so those papers will deliver to you or sent to you, not paper print, but the email. So you can download from NTU IP, so easier. And then you should read a little bit, at least abstract and also figures. So you have a little bit idea. And then during the presentation, so you can follow all the logic. But something not really clear, you can ask questions. So we are trying to have more interaction. So try to ask questions. There's another count of your final grade. And but not only the listen, asking, but try to writing because as a scientist or researcher, so all the research you have done, or before you start, you have to write a grant, you have to write a paper. So we ask you to write, to do the writing as well. All right. So not just listen, speak, but also writing. So the writing, how you to write, we just ask you to write less than 5 pages proposal. So the proposal is important because since you have no data, but you have to convince the reviewer to give you money to do something you want to do. So that's an interesting thing. And you have to learn very early stage during your study. Okay, so I guess not many of you have done this. So in this course, we are trying to push you guys to do so. So the topic for your grant proposal, less than 5 pages. Okay, we have many students and the faculty have to read everything. Okay, and voluntarily, right? So don't more than 5 pages, including everything, the reference as well. All right. So the topic, the topic of the proposal, you have to pick up from your presentation. So you will do the presentation in here, right? So you will pick up one topic and then the faculty, you will discuss with the associate, the faculty, and then so do the discussion. And then when your presentation, people will ask questions. So there's a many questions. Sometimes you cannot really answer, or there's no answer yet. So you just pick up that kind of the question as your proposal title and try to think about how to solve this problem, this question. So this all the questions just happen to around of you, right? Because people will ask, but you don't know why, and then you try to think about to find some literature or think about how to solve the question. That's how we write a grant proposal. So we try to have you guys to learn this or practice this like us with like in the future probably you are working or do this research or and then you have to start to do this during your learning process. Okay, so this is how we grade your final grade, but definitely you have to have a good relationship with our TA. So this TA. Okay, so TA, you introduce a little bit yourself a little. 你用中文也可以。So where are you from? What's your name? I don't know your name.
My name is Yan.
燕子的燕吗？
颜色的颜，去掉右边的燕。
燕 ，OK， 林，雨林 ，OK， 陈 ，So where's from?
Doctor
So life science, OK. So you are undergraduate student or high school student?
PhD student.
All right, you look young. All right, so yeah, actually we allow the TA have the 10 points buffer for your grade. All right, so you need to keep a good relationship with TA. So when TA asks you something, try to respond to the TA as soon as possible. Otherwise, he will be very, very angry or panic to waiting for all of your answers. So sometimes we will ask the TA to do something, collect some information, not quite frequent, but sometimes we need some information. You know, the school always need this type of information. To take it with you guys know we have the new dean for the academic affairs. 我们有新的教务长 ，Do you know her? She's a very aggressive person. Yeah, she's from Double E. Okay, 的电机系的一个教授。She's very, very active. And yesterday we just had a meeting together, and then she just mentioned the internationalize is one important part of the future of NT in the from now till the future. So she's trying to have more international courses. So we are kind of example, right, for the NTU. We start very early time. All right, so that definitely will sometime they will come to our lecture and to see how it's running, how to promote this as well. All right. So the TA have a lot of things to do, and not only a coordinate over the lecture material and distribute to everyone, both sides, but also allow the university is going to No, or to collect some information. Okay, so the final grade is like this. So I already tell everyone, if you really come and then at least you ask 3 questions in whole semester, not every time, but whole semester. Okay, there's a 12 courses, 12 lectures. So you can pick out some, but you are welcome to ask that a question every time. Okay. So not only for the faculty, but also for student presentation, you can ask questions as many as you want. So we are trying to have more interactive way to in this lecture. All right. So here have another 10-point grade power. Okay. So have a good relationship with him. All right. So anything else you want to know? And so Professor Xu Guochen, so you should introduce you guys, you yourself. And so the Professor Chen, he will in charge everything first. But many other faculty from NTU side also will join. Okay, but we'll do the discussion together. All right.
Okay. So I saw. I think we have all the. Any question you want to ask about this class? Before I go into more detail, any question like the grades or how to participate? It's okay. No question.
Everyone has to
Okay. So if you have no question, then I will just go a little bit more deeper about this class. So the main purpose of this class is to communicate scientifically with international scholar. Okay, Japanese teacher or Japanese students is the reciprocal people with us. So they will ask question, try to ask question to talk about anything in the lecture. So can I make a challenge for you? Can we this semester ask more question than Japanese student from you guys? Will you accept that challenge? Okay. So I will count. So okay, how many questions they ask, and then I will count how many questions we ask. And at the end of the semester, I hope we do ask more question than Japan student. Okay. So it's the lecture is not hard. We talk to all the faculty because this is given in English. So we ask all the faculty to slow down to talk easier, the just more conceptual thing, not too much detail. But for you, I hope you do try to speak up. Use English to talk with them, or as the faculty for NTU is okay, just participate in this class. Okay, and for the final written report, you can pick any topic, but we encourage you to. We need to divide you into 6 groups for presentation. So how many? On the SEBA, there's 12 students sign up for this class, but now we only 9 show up. I don't know. Okay. So how do we divide? Okay. Okay. So if you can find your classmate, then we have more than 12, then there's no one left behind. Okay.
So we have 435 students.
Yeah. Last semester we have too many. Each group have 6 or 7 people. This semester is much lower number, but yeah. So you know the class, you don't have to do too much. So just encourage your classmate to come to this, and also we try to find those 3 person who didn't show up. Maybe ask them to come. So but now we can just because we have 6 faculty from NTU, they will give you 1 paper to do the student presentation. So we'll just divide you into 6 groups, and then you have to do the presentation. And then for the final, we strongly encourage you just do your final report according to that your assigned papers, that lecture. I think that will be easier because you already spend time preparing for the presentation. It probably is easier for you to write the report, because at the end we will send your report to that faculty. If everyone pick me, then I'll have to grade like 9 or 12. It would be too hard for me. So
as the mentioned, it should be not difficult to get a high grade.
Yeah.
So the average is 8. So it's lecture was 5. And so don't worry. So encourage you to ask them.
So I think that's it. We have 3 students from my lab. That's good. And final thing is, although this year that's why student number is low. Although this year we will not go to Japan, but student participate in this class still get priority to go to Tsukuba TGSW each year on September. There's a Tsukuba Global Science Week, and we'll pick like many students.
We have many activities between the Japan side and NTU side. So like we have mini symposium.
So I just mentioned to you, and next March or April will held in NTU, but sometimes we will go to as I mentioned, we also will go to Kyoto or Tsukuba for this mini symposium. So although not in the same semester, but once you already enroll or pass this course, you will have the first priority, because we open for the whole university. But if you have this record, so you will have priority to join this kind of the international activities. So municipal is one activity we constantly held. The other one is TGSW, just Professor Chen mentioned to you in next September. So there's an oral presentation from NTU side be selective. So all of the travel cost will be covered by Tsukuba side. So at least there's a two. By for example, the airfare, the accommodation, meal will be all covered by Japan side. So that will be good opportunity. But we also have a poster presentation as well. So we will try to bring 10 students there. Okay, so if we have oral presentation, will be all covered. But if poster presentation, and we will cover partially, but not all. Okay, but it's still very good experience to explore with the international scholars, because in the Tsukuba TGSW, Tsukuba Global Science Week, there's more than 20 countries, but probably more than 60 universities will join that kind of event. So this will be good chance to explore yourself to the international scholars. But also we have have the collaboration with the Kyoto University. So each April and March, they will offer probably four quota for NTU students and to go to the Kyoto University called Wise and White. Okay. Wild and wise. Okay, I cannot remember. Anyway, so their student organize an international camp, and we have the 3 to 4 quota from NTU side will be selected by Center for Biotechnology. Currently, I am the director for that. So also those faculty involved in this lecture. So we will have a committee to pick a student, okay, sent to the Kyoto University for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Everything covered by Kyoto University. So you don't need to pay anything, even you have a little bit stipend. So you have allowed the salary to be used when you stay in the Kyoto side. So we have many this type of the collaboration activities with the Japan side, Tsukuba, Kyoto University. And we also have the summer course. The Tsukuba have a summer course during the summertime. So we will select 6 to 8 students to the Tsukuba University for 2 weeks. And you can stay in their laboratory to do the research for 2 weeks. Everything covered by Tsukuba University, okay, including the airfare. So since everything is initiated by this course, this international course, so Center for Biotechnology, NTU, and many faculty actually are the key persons. So we will run the committee to select students. And if you have this type of a lecture already or a course already, you will be the first priority to be selected to send to the Kyoto University or the Tsukuba. So encourage your classmate or your friend to join. So not only then in the life science, agriculture also pretty good, and medical school definitely okay. Some are from the engineering. Yeah, we have many students from engineering before, but also even from department history, right? So that guy, he also went to the Kyoto University. So he's the history, any relative to the bio, but he can do some, biotech history study, right? But we also have a student from the law school, from NTU side, and then come out to learning or give some idea about the patent issue, right? So there's a many opportunity. We are pretty open. So even your friend from the other colleges that really direct related to the bio, but also welcome or encourage them to join, since the course is a very simple way. Okay. All right. So
So why I mentioned that is if you do well in this class, you will be remembered by the faculty, and you will definitely get the priority picked to join all this international activity between NTU and Kyoto and Tsukuba University. There are so many of them, and many of them are covered, like Professor Chen say, it's covered by Japan. You don't have to pay anything. Or some of them, NTU try to give you some support, not all of the support, but some support. So it's a very good opportunity for student in this class. Then if you do well, you ask a lot of questions, then we remember you, and we will be the first we will pick to send you to Japan with all the.
Went to the students for next year. So we can have a very good connection with some good faculty, right? And they will remember you. And even sometimes you have during course, they have more interaction, right? So they can know some of everyone of you. So you also can get some combination later, but you need it. So they will help you. A lot of faculty, okay, Okay, you will meet here, and then you will now countries that are also Kyoto or Tsukuba side. So we'll become really good relationship, we'll be better friends, and then help each other. So that already have very extensive. So you can tag this as a very
Okay, so the final thing is the time for the lecture is it's not NTU class time because we are a long distance with Kyoto University. So the time for the class is from 9:30. We'll start at 9:30 and we'll end at 11 o'clock. Okay, so that is there. No, because Chisaka said the 12, our 11 o'clock is their 12 o'clock.
1 hour ahead of Taiwan.
Yeah, so
we can now over 11 or 11:30 because they have to get some lunch.
Yeah.
For the next after the lecture, so we can so every time, every lecture we have to finish on time.
Yeah.
But there will be hungry.
Yeah. So usually we'll stop at 11. Sometimes there's linger a little bit longer, but usually our goal is to end on 11. So be here before 9:30. Okay, when we connect with them, and I don't want them to see our classroom are empty and students are coming here at 9:30, 9:40, 9:50. Please come here on time on 9:30. You will end at 11. So it's the class only take for 1.5 hours usually. Okay, so don't be late. And I think that's
Any questions? Any questions? So remember last time we was making guys come over things.
Yeah.
You encourage your class or friend your oh. So we need any for their
I think they can just directly go online and
question just ask. Yes. So later before you guys meet, you have to sign up for the group, right?
yeah, yeah. So you can pick the groups now.
Just Dr. Liu, Li, and Ted.
Jiang, Zhang, Zhou.
Okay, so their target is this here. So you can click on which one you are more favorite, and then sign up. And here, so this only not only sign your name, but also your company. So here will send all the form to everyone. So you get started today.
Okay, and for presentation, don't worry. You can go have the office hour with the faculty before your presentation, so you can. Yeah.
We will discuss with
Yeah.
instructor before your presentation at least one time. And here we will also you also have to rehearsals here. So you have to do the preparation live. Okay, two or three times at least. So we have to do that. But your group have to prepare in advance all the slides and reading slide preparation and discuss with PA and then make a call with the instructor and present or practice and get some comment and then practice again discuss with PA. So it's usually the procedure.
Okay, and the presentation time is usually just 20 minutes. Okay, so not long. So don't worry about you have to prepare too much. You have to understand the paper, but usually it's only 20 minutes time for you to do the presentation. We'll keep like 10 minutes for Q&A for discussion, but for the presentation part, it's usually only 20 minutes. Okay. Any question from any of you? If no, then we'll just sign up for a group for 6 faculty, okay?
So go to the TA.